Hi, and welcome to the City of David, ancient Jerusalem. I'm James, and I'll be guiding you in one of the most fascinating sites in the world, where the most incredible discoveries have been revealed. Join me on a journey you'll never forget. For the last 2,000 years, millions have arrived in Jerusalem, walking around the old city through the narrow stone alleys, with a Bible in their hand as their guide, identifying all sorts of sites and structures with biblical and historical events and figures. One of those figures is King David, the king who captured the city 3,000 years ago and united the 12 tribes of Israel under one capital. Mistakenly, they identify a fortress near Jaffa Gate with King David's citadel, thinking that was ancient Jerusalem. They were all wrong. Biblical Jerusalem is outside the old city. This is biblical Jerusalem that was buried and lost for almost 2,000 years. This discovery was made by Captain Charles Warren, an archaeologist and a young engineer who was sent by Queen Victoria of England back in 1867 to explore the land of Israel. Warren discovers that the only natural source of water of Jerusalem is located down here in the Kidron Valley on the eastern slope of what is known as the City of David. He walks into the spring, looks above his head and finds an underground carved tunnel with sets of ropes and ladders he brings with him. He climbs up through that underground tunnel and finds himself on the hilltop we're standing on now, realizing he probably walked the footsteps of King David. 2 Samuel chapter 5 describes how King David and his men captured the city by climbing up through the water system, an underground tunnel, and captured the city. That's when Warren realized this is probably ancient biblical Jerusalem. Warren was mocked by many, but ever since that day, curious archaeological teams start arriving to this site with a shovel and a Bible, exploring and digging, finding amazing artifacts that changed the world understanding regarding ancient biblical Jerusalem. I'm going to take you back in time when Jerusalem was the capital of Judea and of the Jewish people in biblical times, the place where 3 main monotheistic religions and 4 billion people worldwide can trace part of their historical and spiritual DNA, where we find amazing artifacts and where the biblical events took place. Welcome to the City of David, where Jerusalem began. The City of David, where it all began.